Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna review the 500th short of the Looney Tunes and Merry Melody show, titled Easter Yeggs. Why are we reviewing this short? Well, that's a late Easter special, so I guess you should all see and sit down and watch. So let's begin. However, I had to talk about the positives and negatives of this short first. First of all, well, the positives. The slapstick, the only positive was the slapstick. It was so comedic that I couldn't believe it. What made the short a 10 out of 10 in this place. However, the short would have been a 0 out of 10 if it weren't for the fact for the negatives. The first negative is that everybody was a bit grouchy in this short, and I did not like the way that this happens. Then, once again, our second negative is that Elmer doesn't really know what Easter really means, based on what he said about some Easter rabbit stew or something. But anyways, let's finally review the short anyways. So Bugs Bunny is reading a book about how to multiply. Because he's trying to learn math here. But then he closes the book because he didn't want to get interrupted. He, however, got interrupted by some crying sound. We then cut straight into the Easter Bunny here, which I'm gonna call him Cosvi, because he did remind me of Casva, the other one-time character from Looney Tunes, but he was in a year later after this short came out. Because this short came out in 1947, while Casva's only appearance was in 1948. So yeah, this was it. Oh, and Casva was in the first viewing cartoon. And the 48 short was not a Bob McKinson short. It's what I mentioned in the Casva. So, anyways, we then got to him crying, seeing that his feet hurts, but then we revealed the first negative flag of the short. He was unapologetically lazy. And so because of that, we're about to have some problems in this short. We then see Bugs going into the dead end kid's house, and apparently him and his family were just a bunch of grouches everywhere. Like, look at him and his whole family's design over here. But, oh my god, what was that about? This is definitely unfair for some people, because imagine that. Like, wow, I can't believe it was that bad. We then cut to some convincing segue into the next house, which was Bugs and Cosvi fighting over who should be safe here. But whatever. It's Cosvi, and you know what happens when you defend a lazy person like that. it's wrong for some people who have to completely have you. It I mean, it's unfair for some people to have a hold of you really badly if you were on a situation like this. So, anyways, Bugs then meets Elmer Fudd over here, which turns out to be quite a mistake. He puts an egg on his hands and then smashes it, which triggered Elmer. We then cut to some adventures over here that is just straight up wacky stuff over here. So then this brings me to the ending of this short. Oh boy. First, his Cosby is lazy, and then the dead end kid and his family were you know who, like crazy, and now Elmer Fudd being just so confusable on Easter. What's next? Bugs blowing up the Easter Bunny? More like, yeah, that actually happened. It then literally cuts straight into the dead kid and beating up Elmer's head, which Bugs painted in his head like an Easter egg, because apparently Elmo's bald. So I guess this is why he got that from the first place. Anyways, he literally runs off, and then all of a sudden Bugs literally blew up the Easter Bunny. Yeah, that actually happened. You know what, guys? Just take a watch. The short then ended like that. Bugs literally laughed off at his painful downfall. Like, oof. I know what the Easter Bunny did was wrong, but like, what the heck, Bugs? I can't believe you would do that. Exploding the Easter Bunny. Although, to be fair, he clearly did it because the Easter Bunny was lazy. But when you're a mascot of a certain holiday, like in this example, Easter, over here, like you're the Easter Bunny in this case, you should definitely not be treated like garbage as such. Just only because you were lazy. But I mean, you can't be lazy when you're a holiday mascot either. That just really defeated the whole purpose of the holiday, whichever you are on. Especially in this case, Easter. You can't do that. That's wrong. That's straight up wrong. Like, I don't know. Like, I really did not like that at all. This was the reason why this short should have been in 0 out of 10. Or maybe 5 out of 10 if you could guess both. But I should agree that the short was at least 10 out of 10 for me, which literally because of the slapstick here. It's funny, but I'm sorry. It felt kind of wrong in the first place when you consider the fact that the only negative here was the story itself. It just feels like a mean-spirited Easter special. And one more thing. This short came out on June 28th of 1947. And so that was it. So that's all, folks, for this review.